What's up, folks? I'm Dwayne,
I'm Alicia.
and this is Blackboard Gaming, where we teach you about all these great board games that are out there.
Waiting to be played by you and yours.
I'm a simple man, don't wanna complication. Complication.
Hey, everybody! So, when editing the video from last week, I realized that there was something special about that video that I didn't pay attention to. That was our 150th video that we have shared with you guys. And I had to sit back, and I had to really think about that because I was like, wow, we've been doing this for over 2.5 years. And it has been incredible, I really enjoy putting out content, board game content. And one of the things that have made it so incredible was the fact that I'm doing it with my ride or die right here.
So today, we thought we would take a reflective look back on this journey that we have been on for the past 2+ years.
Yep, 2+ years. So, brief history first. We started this YouTube channel back in April of 2020. Okay, and at the time, I originally named it "My Wife as a Board Gamer," which I thought was a really cool name that would stand out, And my goal was to try to reach a wider audience and tell them about all these different board games that are out there that, people can play. Like, it's not all about fantasy and it's not all about war games or whatever. There are some games that have some really nice themes that would attract even the most casual board gamer. And I was using my wife, my wife, she's a casual board gamer.
So initially, I tried my best to talk him out of using that name because I was totally on board with him doing the channel. I was supportive, but I wanted it to be his baby.
Yeah, that name means it will rope her into most of the videos.
So initially, I wasn't in the videos. He did them solo, and he would have me make a few appearances. But when he was looking at the metrics, he saw that when I was in the video, the viewership was higher. So he roped me into being in.
Yeah, she was the secret ingredient,
And you know what? I've come to enjoy and look forward to doing the videos now.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Yes, it is fun. Yes.
Of course, like I said, I'm slowly converting her because, like I said, in our last video, she actually went to Board Game Geek to find out her information.
Okay, so just to set the record straight, I'm an information person. I'm a teacher, and knowledge is power. So I always seek information. That's just how I roll.
Yeah, I got you. But you went to Board Game Geek. That's all I know. That's it.
So.
All right, so are you ready to talk about some of these things?
Yes.
Now, I think the first thing we want to share with you guys is what some of our favorite videos. Out of 150 videos, what are some of our favorites? So are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So one of my favorite videos was one of the earliest videos I did because I started out just talking about different games, but I was trying to do something different. And that's when I came up with the my top 5 travel inspired board games. My favorite board games that inspired me to want to go to that place and see it in person.
Yes.
And I really enjoyed that video. And at first, I didn't know that much about Santorini. But then when I saw somebody playing Santorini on the table, and I saw, first of all, it has great table presence. And you see the white plastic building pieces and the blue domes that go on top. And I was like, the Santorini really looked like this because it looked beautiful on the board. So I pulled up images of Santorini, and I was blown away. I was like, this has to be one of the most beautiful cities in the world.
I really did like that video.
I had so much fun. It was just really cool. And the thing about it, what was so cool, is after doing that video, I noticed some other content creators that did their version, and I was like, I felt like, man, they're watching us. So I really enjoyed doing that video.
Well, one of my favorite videos was Marvel Splendor.
Splendor Marvel?
Marvel Splendor. The reason that video was so funny to me was because when we did it, we had the friendly debate about whether it was Marvel Splendor or Splendor Marvel, and
that game is Splendor Marvel.
it's Marvel Splendor.
It's Splendor Marvel. It says so on the box.
Splendor is the noun, Marvel is the adjective. It's like chocolate ice cream. You eating ice cream that's chocolate flavored. You're playing Splendor that has a Marvel theme. It's Marvel Splendor.
Now I got the taste for chocolate ice cream.
And what was hilarious was there was a debate in the comment section. So yeah, I just love that video and the response to it.
Yeah, it was a cool video. I think that is our highest viewed video.
It actually is.
I think so. But yeah, and I think it's because it had the Marvel name on it. So people love Marvel.
Yes.
Oh, so my next favorite video is when I really was getting into the editing process. And that's when, there was a couple of times I did it before, but the one that I really loved doing was the loop.
Really?
What's up, guys? I'm Dwayne.
I'm Alicia.
And we are Blackboard Gaming, where we teach you about all these great board games that are out. What's up, guys? I'm Dwayne.
I'm Alicia.
And we are Blackboard Gaming, where we teach you about all these great board games that are out there,
Waiting to be played by you.
What's up, guys? I'm Dwayne.
I'm Alicia.
And we are Blackboard Gaming, where we teach you about all these great board games that are out there,
Waiting to be played by you and you. Honestly, I really thought the way you did that was clever.
it was so fun. and I just like, doing the editing. Editing is hard work, but I was having fun. It was like I'm finding my niche.
Yeah.
And I accidentally learned about transitions. I'm gonna tell you that right off. I don't even know. I hit a button on the computer or something like that, but I found out. I was like, I can do that. So I was like, okay, I am going to have some fun with this.
Yes.
What's your next one?
Well, my next favorite, one of my favorites was Planet. And I enjoyed Planet because I got to do the teach that time. That was so cool.
Yeah, I remember that because you wanted, you was like, you like Planet so much that you was like, I want to try to teach that one.
Planet is a tile placement game for 2 to 4 players where we, the players, are building our own planets. So, this game has 3D game boards. So each player gets one of these game boards.
Planet is such a great game to play with families, and you really did a good job on that teach.
Thank you.
I was proud of you.
Thank you.
And you recently just played Planet with the grandkids.
And it's still a great game.
It is. It really is.
Yes.
So another one, like speaking of editing, I did a video for the Grand Carnival. And the Grand Carnival, of course, to match up with the theme, I made the overview like a silent movie. And it was really, really cool.
I honestly thought that was one of your better editing videos.
Yeah, I had so much. It took me a long time to do that.
It did.
But, I made it look like an old movie and all that. Had the right music for it. I really enjoyed that.
Yes.
And they liked it. The publisher liked so much. They asked me, "Hey, do you want to do the video for the expansion?"
Yes.
So I did it for the expansion.
Yes, I thought that was very well done.
Yeah.
So another favorite video of mine was Project L.
Why Project L?
Okay, so what made Project L a favorite of mine was we were just talking about how we, we go through the art, and I said it looked like avant-garde art in an art gallery, and you had no idea what avant-garde was.
I had no idea.
So you see, avant who, like, there was a person that was so funny.
I was like, who's avant who?
Oh my goodness, that was such a funny classic moment, and it was funny.
I had no idea. I'm like, okay, stop doing that.
That was another time when it was spontaneous. We were both just being ourselves, but it was just hilarious.
Yeah, it was. Now, speaking of that, what was the one that we did, the something challenge, that Box Meeple?
Yes.
Tagged us.
Yes.
And it was like the something...
It
something
was
old, something new, something
was
brown,
right
something blue.
It was right around our anniversary.
Yeah. And I really enjoyed that video.
I did. In fact, I like those challenge videos because that's a great opportunity for me to show my personality.
Yeah, that was a really good video.
Actually, one of my favorite videos, speaking of anniversaries, was the first anniversary video we did, where I talked about the 5 ways I thought that this hobby has brought us closer as a couple.
Yeah, it has. It has. I mean, I've always was close with you, but it has brought us really, really close.
Yes.
And I'm glad about that.
Yes.
Yes. I got one more video that I really enjoyed.
What?
And that, because speaking of challenges,
Okay.
I came up with my own challenge.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
The Handheld board game challenge. I really liked making that video. The Handheld board game challenge. Now, I know you're wondering, what exactly does that mean? Well, when we talk about board games, we always talk about the aesthetics and the production of the board games, and there's some of these games that are really huge that have this grandiose production. Games like this one or this one. Most definitely this one. Like I said, I had so much fun making that video. I mean, because I tagged a couple other content creators, and a lot of content creators, different content creators, did their version. They really liked it. Like I said, Box Meeple, Billy Indiana, Second Star to the Left, Michelle and Billy, Emma's for Meeple. I mean, it was some other guys that did it too, and I was like, I'm all in. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember that. Another video, a favorite video of mine, is when you did Speakeasy Blues.
Speakeasy Blues.
Yeah. So what I like about Speakeasy Blues is that was the first time that you added background music to set the tone. Let's go to the table for a brief overview of how this game is played.
Speakeasy Blues is a dice placement set collection game for 2 to 4 players, where the players are competing to make their speakeasy the most reputable establishment in town. This is the game set up on the table. We would take the favorite tokens, the hooch tokens, and the jazz tokens and place them in their designated spot on the board. And then we would take the money that we used throughout the game, place it off to the side in reach of all players. You know, that song was stuck in my head for a couple of weeks after I did that video. I was at work, you know, I was all in. So, yeah, I do enjoy the editing process of this video, you know.
Yes.
And sometimes it's hard because I get off work, I come home, and then I spend like 4 hours of editing. Yeah, it's hard work, but I love sitting back seeing the finished product.
Yes.
You know. So, we've shared a bunch of videos, you know, and we could pretty much talk about some more. But we don't want to take up too much of your time. But in the comments below,
what are some of your videos of ours? Tell us what
some
your
of your
favorite
favorites.
moments. So now we want to talk about some of our favorite moments.
Yeah, some of our favorite, like I said, that's true, and a lot of them happened this past year.
Yes.
So 2022 was a great
year
because we got to go to different conventions and we got to meet a bunch of content creators. Now, I will like to start in I want to say it was 2020 when we went to I want to say it's 2020. I'm not sure, 2020 or 2021 when we went to Stonemeyer Design Day. And we went to St. Louis and we met Jamie Stagmeyer, who sponsored our channel early on, and you know, saw our content. And
it was 2021.
It was 2021.
It was 2021.
And we met Ruel Gaviola, you know, who's a Twitch streamer, and I mean we hit it off. We showed him a game, he showed us a game, and we just had so much fun.
Yeah, that was a wonderful experience.
But that was in 2021.
That was in 2021.
All right. And then in December 2021, went to PAX.
You went to PAX.
I went to PAX last minute, and I got to meet Mick and Starla. Our family plays games. I got to meet, I forgot who else I met. That's sad, ain't it? Oh, I met Aaron from Game Enthused. I saw Amanda Panda. I mean, it was just, I got to meet everybody who is like really into this board game community.
Oh, you know what? Back to 2020. What we did do in 2020 is, you know, our daughter and her family lives in Las Vegas. So we go visit her every Christmas. And while we were there in 2020, we met up with Tim from Meepleville. That was amazing.
Yeah, and it was funny. No, so I think 2020 I went to Meepleville, but I didn't know Tim owned it.
Okay.
And then 2021.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we met Tim via Board Game Geek.
Okay.
The More Meeples, the Merrier.
Okay.
And then that's when I was like, wait a minute,
Yes.
you own Meepleville?
Yes. In 2021, that's when we went and hung out with him. Yes, and that was he is a wonderful person.
Yeah, Tim is so cool.
Yes.
You know, I enjoy meeting him. And
Yes.
we talk, I call him every now and then. We talk about some of the games we've been playing and stuff like that.
Yes.
So and every time I go to Vegas, I'm like, Tim, we gonna meet up and play?
Yes.
All right. So 2022, Dice Tower West.
Yes. And that's when I finally got to meet Mick and Starla.
Yeah.
And I got to meet just so many of the people that we have made
connections with.
Yes. I got to meet Jamie and Jeff from Foster the Meeple.
Yeah.
I got to meet Amy and Maggie from Thinker Themer.
Yeah. Ilya and Tyler.
From Covray.
Yeah, that was cool.
Just...
And you found out, I knew, because I've been following Rado getting into the board games in 2014. I already knew there really was a Jen.
I actually saw Jen in person.
But I already knew.
Yes.
So it was no surprise. But I got to play 3 games with Rado.
Yes.
You know, played Dice Miner, Savannah Park, and a half game of Ark Nova.
Yes.
You know, and I mean, I got to Meet the Brothers Murph, played with Toku.
Oh yeah, I
you
got
know.
to meet the brothers Murph.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just an amazing experience.
Yeah, it's been really cool. This board game community is so welcoming.
And we got to meet a lot of the people from Dice Tower.
Yeah.
So it was really an experience.
Yeah.
And I got to play hooky from work. That's just a bonus.
So then we went on the cruise. You know, my friend treated us on the cruise, which was fun in and of itself. But I snuck board games on the boat.
And so, yeah, we did that.
So we kept playing, showing people floriferous.
Yes.
You know. Then we did our last minute trip to Gen Con. I always wanted to go to Gen Con.
Yeah, we went to Gen Con. That was fun.
Oh, speaking of Gen Con, Lydia, that we met, Ruel's friend.
Oh yeah, we met Lydia at Game Day.
Yeah, at the Stonemeyer Game Day.
Yes.
And she, you know, she goes to different conventions talking about diversity and inclusion.
Yes.
And she posted a picture of our son, you know, who passed away from sickle cell. And she posted a picture of our son at Gen Con. And I'm thinking, like, you know, I was happy, but at the same time, like, he made it to Gen Con before I did.
Yeah, he did.
Even though if it was in spirit,
Yeah.
he got there.
Yes.
So we did a last minute trip to Gen Con on a Sunday, and that was fun. You know, we got a couple of games, got to see everybody, because that's the whole thing about going to these conventions. Everybody's all around the world, so you don't see them all the time. You know, and one of the cool things about Gen Con is we inadvertently, so right before we went to Gen Con, we met a guy that watches our channel, Ryan, you know, and he was really, really cool, and it was nice talking to him. And then when we went to Gen Con, we inadvertently met his wife, Emily, you know, because she took a picture of us and Amy and Maggie.
Okay.
You know, so now they live right here in the Metro Detroit area, and they are gaming buddies now.
Yes.
And they are really, really nice people.
Yes, they are.
You know, I really enjoy, you know, hanging out with them.
Yes, yes. Yes.
Now, then went to PAX.
You went to PAX.
I went to PAX. I really wanted you to go. And I had to go. And I worked with Kids Table Board Games.
Yes.
And demoing their new upcoming Kickstarter, the upcoming game that was recently Kickstarted and successfully, and that's Maple Valley.
Yes.
And Maple Valley is in the same world of Creature Comforts, which was one of our favorite games of 2022.
Yes.
And I had so much fun showing people this game.
Yes.
You know, but my biggest moment, and I mentioned it before, I
Yes.
gotta say it again.
Yes.
I got to teach Rodney Smith and Jeff and Jamie how to play Wind the Film. Rodney Smith is like my guy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know, and it was just so much fun.
Yes.
And I don't know, it like I said, it's just been incredible.
It has been a wonderful journey, and what's funny is some of my kids watch our videos. I teach 5th grade and 4th grade, so I had an 8th grader come in my class. I don't know why. She was like, "Ooh, I saw your video."
Oh yeah, there was one more time I forgot. It was the guy Tony and Marty from Rolling Dice and Taking Names. It's a board game podcast. Every year they have this awards. It's called the Squirrely Awards, and we got invited to present the board game of the year. I think this was last year, wasn't it? 2022.
Yes.
And it was so much fun because they said be creative. So I did the presentation in the form of a rap, you know, and it came out really, really well. You know,
it did.
I don't remember which episode it was. You know, I'll try to find a link to it. But yeah, I've been thinking about doing board game rap. I'm thinking about it.
Now
you know?
he for real on his own with that
All right. Yeah,
Yes.
it is really, really cool sometimes to be recognized.
Yes.
You know, and it's just like, I don't know. I'm really, I get a chance to kind of be myself. That's what I like. You know, just being able to hang around with people that just like board games, and like I said, they're just it's a welcoming community.
Yes.
And I just
And we are thrilled to be a part of it.
yeah, and so like moving forward, you know, I mean, what's coming up next for us? So there's a couple things I want to do different in 2023. You know,
Okay.
the first thing I want to do is, like I said, there's always new games coming out. I want to start visiting older games. You know, like for example, right now our collection is like about a little bit over 400 games, and there at last count there's about 100 that have not hit the table.
Wow.
Yeah, and that, you know, so that's you had a quarter of our
fourth,
games. Yeah,
yes.
fourth, and I want to play those games.
Okay.
There's some games that are considered like classics that I have not played. Like,
so you want to play those too?
right, because in this year I played Orleans for the first time. I played Ra. I played Dominion. You know, there's some other games that I want to play. Like, I've never played Stone Age.
Okay.
Stone Age is the quintessential worker placement game.
Okay.
And we both love worker placement.
Yes.
I want to play that game.
Okay.
You know, and there's another, like I played Feast of Odin once a long time ago, and it was a little overwhelming because there's a lot of stuff to do in that game. But I think I can revisit it now and actually
enjoy it.
Not lose as bad.
Okay.
Anything else? Anything you know in 2023 for you?
Well, I feel like I'm constantly playing new games, which I enjoy, but I would like to play games that I enjoy a little bit more often.
Yeah, revisit some games and play them more.
And one other thing,
What?
I want us to continue to make great content.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're on board and you're enjoying it, you know,
Yes.
because I'm having fun.
I'm having fun.
I mean, you know, I want the subscribership to go up. Don't get me wrong. I like connection with I'm having fun.
Yes.
You know, and like I said, I don't have that, you know, I'll be 57 in a couple of weeks. So, you know, I just want to continue to have fun.
Yes.
And I enjoy this, you know.
Yes.
And we hope that you guys are enjoying this, you know.
Yes.
And like I said, tell us in the comments what are your favorite videos that of ours that we have put out, and let us know. And we hope that, you know, you continue to enjoy us.
Yes.
You know, because I mean, we're enjoying you.
Yes.
If you like the contents of this video, feel free to hit the like button. Subscribe.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And like I said, I'm Dwayne.
I'm Alicia.
This has been Blackboard Gaming.
We will see you next time.